We've been taught to fear boredom, to avoid it, to kill it. We fill every second with noise, podcasts, TikToks, and dopamine, because silence scares us. But what if boredom wasn't the enemy? What if doing nothing is the very thing that builds everything? This is The Power of Boredom, a story about how the most productive, creative, and peaceful people in the world aren't those doing the most, but those who dare to be still. We live in an age of infinite stimulation. The average person touches their phone 2,617 times per day. Every scroll, every swipe, a tiny dopamine hit. We're busy, but not alive. And yet, somewhere in this chaos, there's a growing emptiness. He can't stand the silence between moments, so he fills it with noise. But something strange happens when he loses signal, when the Wi-Fi drops, when his phone dies. That feeling you get, that anxious itch to reach for your phone, that's boredom. And buried under that discomfort is your most powerful tool for self-growth. Because boredom isn't emptiness, it's potential. It's the quiet before the breakthrough. Neuroscientists call it the default mode network, the part of your brain that lights up when you're not focused on anything. When you're showering, daydreaming, staring out the window, that's when your brain connects ideas that don't normally meet. That's when creativity happens. In fact, some of history's greatest breakthroughs came from boredom. Newton discovered gravity while staring at an apple tree. Archimedes shouted, "Eureka!" in a bathtub. Einstein once said his best ideas came when he wasn't working, but when he was walking, thinking of nothing. So what if the very thing we call wasting time is actually creative incubation? Boredom forces the brain to wander, and wandering is where magic happens. But the problem is, we don't let ourselves wander anymore. Think about it. When was the last time you were truly alone with your thoughts? Not watching something, not listening to something, just being. Most people can't even last 10 minutes without checking their phones. And in one experiment, some participants, get this, preferred electric shocks over sitting in silence. We'd rather feel pain than boredom. That's how deep the addiction runs. Because boredom feels like withdrawal, the withdrawal from constant stimulation. But here's the paradox. The more you fill your mind, the less space you give it to grow. Your mind is like a garden. It needs emptiness, space, stillness, for new things to grow. Without boredom, you don't get breakthroughs. You just get burnout. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You can't add your way to peace. You have to subtract. You can't hack your way to fulfillment. You have to slow down. Doing more doesn't make you more successful. Doing less with intention does. Because boredom isn't about doing nothing. It's about creating space for everything that matters. Let's rewind. Meet Daniel, a 29-year-old designer. Overworked, overstimulated, overwhelmed. He wakes up, checks his phone before brushing his teeth. By noon, his brain feels fried. By midnight, he's scrolling through strangers' lives, feeling like his own is fading. Then one day, burnout hits. He can't design, can't focus, can't feel anything. So he does something radical. He uninstalls his social media. He doesn't replace it with journaling or yoga. He just sits. The first day feels unbearable. The second, empty. The third, quiet. But then, something happens. Ideas start returning. Thoughts he buried months ago resurface. Memories, emotions, creativity. By day 7, Daniel designs something that changes his career. A minimalist interface inspired by silence itself. That's the power of boredom. When you strip away noise, you meet the part of yourself that's been waiting to speak. But why is it so hard to be still? Why does doing nothing feel like failure? Because the world equates activity with worth. If you're not busy, you're lazy. If you're not grinding, you're falling behind. We fear being seen as idle, when in reality, stillness is a form of strength. In stillness, you face yourself. And that's terrifying, because when there's no noise, you start hearing the truth about who you are, what you've been avoiding, what really matters. That's why most people never find clarity. They're too busy escaping it. But those who learn to sit with boredom discover wisdom hiding in the silence. Here's the paradox. When you stop chasing stimulation, life stops feeling boring. When you stop avoiding silence, the world becomes louder, with ideas, with meaning, with life. Boredom isn't the absence of life. It's the birthplace of it. So how do you harness the power of boredom without losing your mind? Here's how. 1. Schedule nothingness. Set a 30-minute block each day where you do nothing. No phone, no book, no music, just space. You'll feel restless at first. That's detox, not failure. That's your brain remembering what silence feels like. 2. Digital fasting. Go one weekend without digital stimulation. You'll start noticing tiny details again. The sound of rain, the rhythm of your thoughts. That's boredom becoming presence. 3. Walk without destination. No podcast, no phone, just walk. Let your mind wander. That's where subconscious creativity lives. 4. Write the wandering. When boredom hits, write what comes to mind. It doesn't have to make sense, it just has to flow. That's your mind reconnecting with itself. 5. Protect your empty time. Treat stillness like an appointment with your future self, because that's exactly what it is. The most innovative people in history practiced boredom intentionally. Bill Gates famously takes think weeks. No phone, no meetings, just silence and reading. Steve Jobs used long walks as his creative engine. Even Leonardo da Vinci was known for staring at walls for hours, because they understood something we forgot. Boredom isn't a bug in the human system. It's a feature. Without silence, there's no synthesis. Without emptiness, there's no imagination. Boredom is the bridge between chaos and clarity, between distraction and direction. And here's the dark truth. If you never allow yourself to be bored, your brain loses the ability to self-generate meaning. You become a slave to stimulation. Every moment must be filled or you feel hollow. That's not living. That's escaping. Boredom is the muscle that makes you self-sufficient. Without it, you'll always need something outside you to feel okay inside. But when you master boredom, you master yourself. It's been 6 months since Daniel quit the noise. He still works, still creates, but differently now. He begins his mornings in silence. No phone for the first hour. He walks, writes, then works. From clarity, not chaos. He's calmer, more focused, more creative than ever. And when boredom comes, he welcomes it like an old friend. Because now he knows, boredom isn't emptiness. It's fertile ground. Doing nothing didn't make him less productive. It made him human again. We're told to chase productivity, but maybe what we really need is presence. Maybe doing nothing isn't laziness. It's a rebellion, a quiet protest against a world that profits from your distraction. Every moment of boredom is a doorway, an invitation to reconnect with the self behind the noise. So the next time you reach for your phone out of habit, don't. Sit with the discomfort. Listen to it. That silence you fear is trying to tell you something. For the next 24 hours, try this. Don't fill the silence. Don't chase stimulation. Just be bored. See what happens. You might find that the boredom you run from is the bridge to the life you've been chasing. Because in the end, every great idea, every breakthrough, every revolution began in boredom. So don't escape it. Enter it. Let silence rebuild you. Let boredom awaken you. If this story resonated, don't rush to the next video. Sit here in this quiet, because sometimes doing nothing is the most powerful thing you'll ever do.